सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। We'll chant verse number 1. Page number 1. तज्ज्ञानं प्रशमकरं यदिन्द्रियाणां तज्ज्ञेयं यदुपनिषत्सु निश्चितार्थं ते धन्या भुवि परमार्थनिश्चितेः शेषास्तु भ्रमनिलये Once again. तज्ज्ञानं प्रशमकरं यदिन्द्रियाणां ते धन्या भुवि परमार्थनिश्चितेः शेषास्तु भ्रमनिलये परिभ्रमन्. Second one. आदौ विजित् विषयान् मदमोहराग द्वेषादिशत्रुगणमाहृतयोगराज्याः ज्ञात्वा मतं समनुभूय परात्मविद्या कान्तासुखं वनगृहे विचरन्ति. Once again, आदौ विजित्य विषयान् मदमोहराग द्वेषादिशत्रुगणमाहृतयोगराज्याः ज्ञात्वा मतं समनुभूय परात्मविद्या कान्तासुखं वनगृहे विचरन्ति. Yes. So what is knowledge according to Bhagavan? Tat jnanam prashamakaram yadindriyanam. Knowledge is that which quietens the senses, quietens the mind and the senses. And this definition of jnanam is based on what? Tat jneyam yad upanishatsu nishchitartham. It is based on the knowledge of the Upanishads. So who are the blessed ones? Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischita ihaha. Those people who strive hard in this direction, in quietening the mind and the senses. So how is the mind quietened? Only when we abide in the self. So with this goal in mind, those who strive, only they are the blessed ones. Life has a purpose, life has a goal, and this is the ultimate goal. Those who strive in this way, they alone are blessed. What about others? Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. Others are just wandering in this world, completely deluded about the purpose of life. So now the question comes, what is that which disturbs the mind? Quietening the mind is the goal. What is that which disturbs the mind? So that is answered in the second verse. Adau vijitya vishayan madamo haraga dveshadi shatruganam. So that which disturbs the mind is all this. Kama krodha lobha moha madamatsarya. And that comes because of our unhealthy attachment with the Vishayas. So therefore, these should be eliminated from the mind, these negativities, and then alone we can conquer the kingdom of yoga. Eliminate the negativities, gain the self-knowledge, and then live your life immersed in peace and bliss. Now, what are those places where these negativities of the mind come? That is the next topic. These negativities, when do they arise in the mind? So let us chant verse number 3, page number 9. Repeat once. त्यक्त्वा गृहे रतिमधो गतिहेतुभूताम् त्यक्त्वा गृहे रतिमधो गतिहेतुभूताम् आत्मेच्छयोपनिषदर्थरसं पिबन्तः आत्मेच्छयोपनिषदर्थरसं पिबन्तः वीतस्पृहा विषयभोगपदे विरक्ताः वीतस्पृहा विषयभोगपदे विरक्ताः धन्याश्चरन्ति विजनेषु विरक्तसङ्गाः धन्याश्चरन्ति विजनेषु विरक्तसङ्गाः together. त्यक्त्वा गृहे रतिमधोगतिहेतुभूताम् आत्मेच्छयोपनिषदर्थरसं पिबन्तः वीतस्पृहा विषयभोगपदे विरक्ताः धन्याश्चरन्ति विजनेषु. Once again. त्यक्त्वा गृहे रतिमधोगतिहेतुभूताम् आत्मेच्छयोपनिषदर्थरसं पिबन्तः So where do these negativities come? Like kama krodhadi, raga dveshadi, ahankara mamakaradi, defects, shatruganam. So one possible place where all these things come, what is it? Grihe ratim. Rati means what? Infatuation, unhealthy attachment. Towards what? Grihe, one's own household. So this grihe ratim is adhogati hetu bhutam. Bhutam, that which causes. Hetu means cause. Bhuta means that which becomes. So hetu bhuta means that which becomes the cause. Cause of what? Adhogati. Adha means down. Gati means movement. So adhogati means what? Downward movement. Downward movement means what? Downfall. Adhogati. That which becomes the cause of the downfall. Adhogati hetu bhutam. What is that which becomes the cause of the downfall? Grihe ratim. Unhealthy attachment or infatuation with one's own home. So this is a warning given to all the grihasthashramis. Householder's life, that grihasthashrama is a wonderful means of purifying the mind. That is necessary. Because in householder's life, it is a means to develop the heart. God is love. To understand God, we must know what is love. So that experimental plane where we experiment with love, that is called as grihasthashrama. As children, when we grow up, we receive the love from our parents. Finally, we become parents, we give love to our children. Moreover, in grihasthashrama, a lot of opportunities are there to sacrifice, serve. So many relatives are there. And in service there is sacrifice also. All these things will lead to purity of mind. At the same time, this grihasthashrama also must be used to understand the limitations of the world. What are the limitations of the world? Sixfold limitations of Bhaja Govindam. Always keep this in mind. So, grihasthashrama must be used to develop vairagya. So, what are the sixfold limitations? Number one, limitations of worldly knowledge. What is that? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukran Karane. At the time of death, your worldly knowledge will not be of any use. Worldly knowledge is important. It is a bread-winning knowledge. It is useful. It can give you a job. It can give you enough money to take care of your worldly needs. But then what knowledge alone will help you? Not the worldly knowledge, but only spiritual knowledge. Understand what can give what. Samprapte sannihite kale. At the time of death, your worldly knowledge is not going to help. It is only the spiritual knowledge which is going to help. So understand the limitations of worldly knowledge. Number one. Number two, limitations of worldly wealth. What is that? Mudha jahihi dhanagama trishna kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishna yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Limitations of worldly wealth. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishna. Yes, worldly wealth can give us food, shelter, clothing. Agreed. But then this worldly wealth has lot of limitation. What actually you want, peace of mind, liberation, devotion, it cannot give you. Contentment, noble values. So for that you need Daivi Sampat, divine wealth or spiritual wealth. Worldly wealth is of no use. So understand the limitation of worldly wealth. What actually we want in life, it cannot give. It can, yes, fulfill the worldly needs. It can make life comfortable, yes. But at the same time, never ignore Daivi Sampat. So madly we are after Laukika Sampat that we totally ignore Daivi Sampat. And that's why there is so much of suffering in this world. So this is limitation of worldly wealth. Third one, limitation of worldly pleasures. What is that? Sukhatah kriyate rama bhogah paschathanta sharire rogah yadyapi loke maranam sharanam tadapi na munchati papacharanam. We think all these worldly pleasures will give joy. Sukhatah kriyate rama bhogaha paschat. Later what happens? Hanta, alas, what? Sharire rogaha. When we indulge in pleasures, we think this is a source of happiness. But in these pleasures, what happens? Body becomes weak, senses become weak, body becomes filled with diseases, and all these pleasures are also such. What is it? Kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena analena cha. All these pleasures are insatiable. You indulge in pleasures, it will demand more and more. It's like trying to put off fire by pouring fuel into it. It is just impossible. So this is the limitation of worldly pleasure. So, worldly knowledge, worldly wealth, worldly pleasure. Fourth one, worldly existence. What is it? Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam tattvajjeevitamati chapalam vidhi vyadhyabhimana grastam lokam shokahatam cha samastam. Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam. What is our existence in this world? Absolutely uncertain and fickle, like the water droplet playing on the lotus petal. A small breeze and that water droplet rolls down and becomes non-existent. This is our life. So this is worldly existence. So fickle it is, temporary it is. So therefore, we must strive for what existence? Spiritual existence. See, all these limitations that the world is pointed out in order to show the glory of the spiritual wealth, spiritual knowledge, spiritual existence, spiritual joy. Spiritual existence means what? Existing as consciousness, not existing as the body. Our true nature is consciousness. As consciousness, all these defects we are able to overcome. So never forget this. Okay, so worldly existence, 4. Number 5, worldly love. What is the nature of worldly love? Yavat vitto parjana saktah tavan nija parivaro raktah paschat jivati jarjara dehe vartam kopi na prachati ge. As long as you are an earning member in the family, everybody will love you, respect you, treat you well, serve you. But the moment you become old, helpless, weak, moneyless, nobody cares for you. So this is the limitation of worldly love. Meaning what? It is conditional love. Love because of, that is called as worldly love. On the other hand, divine love, Bhagavan's love is what? It is always there. It is unconditional. Bhagavan doesn't care whether you love him or not. His love is infinite. His love is unconditional. There is no comparison. Therefore, seek that love. Bhaja Govindam. Okay, that is limitations of worldly love. All these things you must learn when? In Grihastha-ashrama. Grihastha-ashrama is meant to understand the limitations of Grihastha-ashrama. Okay, and the last one, worldly relationship. Yavat pavano nivasati dehe tavat prachati kushalam gehe gatavati vayo deha paye bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye. As long as you are in the family, yes, everybody will take care of you. Let us assume that all members love you. But the moment life breath goes away from this body, so it is said there, even your own wife will be scared of you coming near you. The point is this, worldly relationships are impermanent. How much ever we may love each one, our beloved, but a time comes when we will have to depart. It's a bitter reality. Always keep this in mind. Our relationship with our family members, that relationship is temporary. Our relationship with God alone is permanent. So these are the lessons we must learn in Grihastha-ashrama. Suppose we don't learn this lesson, then what will happen? If you live a life completely immersed in family life, then this will happen. What will happen? Grihe ratim. Completely immersed in family and this and that, completely forgetting God who has given you everything. It is the Lord who gave you this world, this body, this spouse, these children, these relations. You forget Bhagavan who gave you everything. And you are busy with the toys given by Bhagavan. Will Bhagavan like it? No. Then what will happen? Adhogati. So that life will be full of crying and weeping and grumbling and complaining. That is called as adhogati. Only misery. What is the cause of that misery? Forgetfulness of God. So Grihasthasrama is a beautiful institution which can help us grow, but it can also become a trap. Exactly like the womb is necessary for the child to grow in the womb. 9 months, yes, that womb will help the child grow, but after 9 months, if the child doesn't come out of the womb, then that very same womb becomes the death trap for the child. In the same way, Grihasthasrama is good, it can help you, but if you are not proceeding towards the next ashrama, what is that? Vanaprastha. If you are getting more and more entangled in Grihasthasrama, then adhogati hetu bhutam. Beware. There is a purpose of life. We completely forget the purpose of life and get trapped in the pleasures of the world. This wise man, this dhanyaha, the blessed ones, tyaktva. You may be in the home with the family members, but at the back of the mind, this truth should always be there. It is not said here, griham tyaktva. You don't have to leave your house. What has to be tyaktva? Grihe ratim tyaktva. This is the point. And then what should we do? Where should be the attachment? Atma ichchaya Upanishad artharasam pibantah. Where is the mind? Mind is not in the worldly pleasures. Mind is pibantah, drinking. What is it drinking? Rasam, the juice. Of what? Artharasam. That nectar of artha, meaning. Meaning of what? Upanishad artha. The essence of the Upanishads. Why is he doing that? Atma ichchaya. Ichchaya, with the desire of. Desire of what? Atma, the Supreme Self. So desiring the bliss of the Supreme Self, this person is enjoying the nectarian words, which is the essence of the Upanishads. Meaning, he is abiding in the Self. The joy of God remembrance, this should be the source of our joy, not the worldly joy. But for this, what has to be done? Vita spruha vishaya bhoga pade virakta. This cannot be done unless you detach from the world. Enjoying the higher is possible only when you detach from the lower. How can you detach from the lower? Unless this is there, you can't detach from the lower. What is that? Spruha, craving. Craving for worldly pleasures, things, beings, happiness. Vita spruha, free from all cravings. And then Vishaya bhoga pade viraktaha. Viraktaha, dispassionate. Dispassionate towards Vishaya bhogam. The worldly pleasures. When there is dispassion in the mind, you can easily withdraw the mind. What is the proof that dispassion is not there? At the seat of meditation, mind chatters. The chattering, the wandering and the chattering of the mind at the seat of meditation is the proof that these things are not there. Spruha is there, raga is there. wandering of the mind, chattering of the mind, blabberings of the mind, absence of silence. So this is how you must understand where my mind is attached. Because otherwise we say attachment, this, you should know where the mind is going. What are the places it is going? Understand there that relationship is unhealthy. What is a sign of healthy relationship? What is a sign of a healthy mind? There are times when you have to plan. There are times when you have to think of things being situation. You think of it consciously and you withdraw from it consciously. If this is possible, then that relationship with that thing, being or situation is healthy. At will you think, at will you withdraw. What is the proof that it is unhealthy? You think of a thing and then it becomes a whirlpool, it sucks you into it. And then you are not able to think anything else. The mind is stuck there and you yourself, you are not aware that the mind is stuck. You are constantly thinking of it, worrying about it. Then understand that relationship is unhealthy. So to enjoy the bliss of the self, this is essential. Whenever the mind wanders, withdraw it. Shanei shaneiru paramed buddhya dhrutigruhitaya atmasamstham manakrutva nakinchitapi chintayet. So such people, dhanya charanti vijaneshu virakta sangaha. So such dispassionate ones, even amidst a crowd, what will be their experience? Vijaneshu. Vijanam means what? Where there are no janam. No people. So even in the crowd, you are alone. With the alone. All alone. You are alone means what? You are with Bhagavan. So what is needed is not running away into some forest, not escaping the crowd. That is all escapism. Running away will not solve the problem. In the marketplace, you should be alone. Our problem is, even when we are alone, we are in the marketplace. So this is spirituality. So such people, they are truly blessed. Yes. Now another place is given where this kama krodha can come. So this is the example of griham. Now, another place where this kama krodha can come, that is the next verse. We'll see in the next class. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayah sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavachishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.